Hi chaps, it's Saturday, it's the 8th of February, I'm late, I want to go out and get a pizza, so I thought I'd do a very quick shave first because I've been working all morning, I've been casting, and I'm going to use a very little bit of this almost run out scented soap. This is the Saponificio Veracino 1945 70th anniversary special edition. This was sent down to me a couple of years ago from Gary up in Nottingham. I'm going to be using my only other synthetic brush, which came from Gary, and I'm going to have a good little shave, but it's going to be an unusual shave, so be prepared. Look, I've got my jacket on because I want to go out and get some food, and I'm going to put some of this Veracino, rather nice. Still got a nice scent actually, so even though it's nearly run out, it's still a very high quality, high end soap. Anyway, let's get some of this on and I'm going to show you the beast. Ha! Yes, I'm going to be using a 13/8 monster. Although it's a monster, it's actually one of my favourite razors, and it just confirms that size, usually the bigger the better. And this one is an absolute wonderful piece of steel. It was discontinued. Let me just pick up the packet and I'll read, because this is what it came in. It came in a huge box all the way from America. It came from my good friend Nicholas Madamba, and in the USA. Anyway, it's a Gipson. It's a 13/8 handmade. It's a Hanuman. It's been discontinued. I don't know even if Gibson are still around. They're probably not. But the steel quality, which is what it's all about, is what I'm all about. It's absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to make this a very brief shave because I want to go and get myself some food. So there goes the lard. That's quite enough. Synthetic brushes are absolutely wonderful. I just think they're the best. But anyway, that's just me. Right, dry fingers and I'll show you the beast. Yeah, it is that big. It's beautiful, very deep hollow ground. It's extremely thick spine on it. You have to have a very thick spine or you wouldn't get the angles right for honing it. And all it's got on is the WA, which I presume he didn't want to put a full address. I don't know why. Anyway, this is, believe it or not, even though it's a monster, it's actually a beautiful, beautiful razor. Yep. Sufficiently noisy to know what you're doing. I haven't put a lot of preparation on myself today. I'm covered in lather and I don't bloody care, because I want to do a quick shave and then go out. Thanks so much everyone for supporting this channel. This is, I think I'm just over 700 now followers, so I'm very grateful. Yeah, this is a good quality piece of steel, and that to me is all that matters. So let's do the other side. Oh, don't worry, it will rub off. You can really tell where you are with a big razor, and the noise helps. Yeah, she's telling me, or he, or is it an it? It's an it really. He's telling me all I need to know. Haven't used it in ages and ages, so you must forgive me if I make the occasional little bloomer, which I just did. But I'd put this against any razor made for quality of steel. I haven't used it for a month of Sundays, and yet when I took it for a hanging hair test just now, it was absolutely perfect. Literally as good, if not better, than when I last used it. So it just goes to show it's all down to the quality of the steel. Yep. It's unbelievably sharp though. Hanging hair tested like a laser. But it does take a little bit of mastering. Look, I've got a tiny weeper because it is so gloriously sharp. But do bear with me, guys. I'm nearly done. I should use this more often. I know you won't believe me, but seriously, having a bit of weight behind a razor can be a good thing. I don't really need a second pass. I'm going to just attempt one, just for the sake of it, and then I'll be done. And I'll leave you in peace to enjoy your weekend. Just sufficient soap to make a nice smooth transition. You don't want to be too heavy on your lala. You don't want to be too thin, I guess. Yeah, this is a big gentle giant. Look at that. Absolute perfection. Yes, it's like shaving with an axe. But if it's a good axe, why not? That'll do me. 2 passes. And just one tiny, 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 tiny weeper. So I call that a success. If you don't rotate your abilities with different sizes of razors, you're going to miss out. I like to use every size of razor from 3/8 up to 13/8. And it's just a shame I haven't used this for a long time. One of the reasons I haven't, I'm going to make a confession now, is because I couldn't remember the name. It's only got WA, just WA on the tang, which isn't really sufficient for my poor old brain cells to remember. But I did find a wonderful photo of, I don't know, about 2 years ago when I first got it. I think it was 2 years ago. And on it, thank goodness, I had written some detail. But anyway, that's it. Do remember, chaps, do keep your implements in fine order and they will repay you. One of the great classic tricks, it's not a trick, is to try and get between the scales. In this case, you could use your shoe because it's so big, but try and get between. I'm going to use a double pipe cleaner just to make sure there's no moisture in there at all. I'm sure these are no longer made. I'm sure it was a discontinued model some years ago, but it's absolutely glorious. The guy that made it is a craftsman and a genius, and it's probably one of the best pieces of steel that I own, and I own quite a few. So anyway, there she is. Let me read the details from its absolutely enormous box one more time. It's a Gipson handmade 13/8 Hanuman, discontinued. Anyway, talking of discontinued, which I will be if I don't have something to eat, I'm going to do a very, very quick wipe off, a very, very quick splash. Thanks very much for the soap. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen any videos from our good friend up in Nottingham. But anyway, I'm going to splash on my favourite, which is still the aftershave splash and skin food. This, of course, is Kazan from Ariana and Evans. It's actually the kindest splash I've ever felt. It really is absolutely enormously wonderful. So, a half done job. I wouldn't say that as a perfect BBS shape by any means, but sufficient to get me out and under and off to get a pizza. Anyway, guys, Martin's Shave Test. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this. And me and the monster will wish you a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.